Last year, we brought you the story of little Lisa Kanye. She suffered agonizing third-degree burns on her face, arm, throat and neck during an accident. Tragically, she also lost her voice. At one point, she could only make small clicking sounds to communicate. Since then, she has made dramatic progress after undergoing multiple operations. But it was a long road just to get her to breathe on her own. Let's go back. By late 2012, little Lisa Kanye had undergone 18 operations at the Park Lane Netcare Hospital. We visited her and received the very best kind of news. She was progressing rapidly.
So basically what you've got now is she has a T-tube in place, okay, which is permanently plugged, okay. So when she first came to us, we had the trachea inside, and so she was not breathing through her own airway. All the air was passing out through her neck and not going through her vocal cords because her cords were completely scarred closed. There was no airway there at all. Yeah. And so the idea has been to try and firstly create an airway to get air moving through the cords, and then we can obviously start worrying about getting voice.
Someone?
Yeah. Good girl.
She could breathe on her own and was able to swallow, and amazingly, she could whisper words.
So that is like quite a whisper.
Who's there?
Voice loud.
Who's there talking there?
Sing loud. Say doctor. Loud. Loud. She's actually able to now communicate using words. It's a slightly whispered sound, and she can increase the quality of sound and also the loudness with much effort. That's the important thing, is that it takes a lot of effort because those vocal cords are pretty scarred, one more so than the other, and so the quality of sound is very poor, and for her to vibrate the vocal cords takes a lot of effort to put them together and to obviously get that tissue to vibrate, and that affects the quality of sound that we're hearing.
I'm so excited because I know I can talk if I'm staying with her at home. We can communicate like I'm staying with adults.
Louder.
3, 4.
Despite the difficulties, Dr. Marin was determined to continue improving the quality of her life.
We have to have two things very clear in our minds. The first problem is to create an airway so that she can adequately breathe through her windpipe. And once we've created that, then we can start worrying about her voice, which, although it's such an important function, really forms a secondary issue. Because ultimately we want her to be able to breathe and not have to spend the rest of her life walking around using a tracheotomy tube, which is going to bypass air through her neck to allow her to breathe. And then once we've got that situation stable and she's not closing up or stenosing her airway, then we can set about reconstructing, building up the vocal cords to allow her then to have a better sounding quality of voice, which will improve her ability to communicate and her quality of life. But right now she's still managing to communicate, and that already has made a major difference.
We caught up with Dr. Marin to get an update on Lisa's progress. Remarkably, in the 6 months since we last saw her, there'd been amazing changes. During a routine examination, Dr. Marin noticed something unusual, a strange cough.
And when I heard this cough, I said to Mom, that sounds like she's almost speaking, because there's more to it. It's not just a whispering type of cough. There's definitely sound. And her mom said, well, actually she does that a lot. And in fact, through the whole of December, she'd been communicating in a way that sounded like voice. And so in that particular examination, I just managed to get her to start using her voice. And it became evident that, in fact, this had been going on for several weeks, but it wasn't evident unless I actually encouraged her to use the voice.
He caught the dramatic moment on his cell phone.
What's Lucasa? Lucasa. What song is that? See? Banika Malako? Lisa Kala. Lisa Kala who? Can you count? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Say E. Say hello, doctor. No, Quasar. Loud. Loud. Lisa. Say Lisa Kanya. Lisa Kanya. Quasar. Quasar. Loud. Hello. Say E. Say 1, 2, 3.
Marin says it is miracle moments like these that make his job so meaningful.
You know, I think this is ultimately what one really does it for, is to heal and make, you know, one doesn't want to sound holier than thou, but ultimately this is why you do what you do, and that is the goal that you have in sight, and that's everything to get to that turning point. It's an incredible feeling that is very hard to describe. Enormous excitement, and just really elated for her and her family.
Coming up, our favourite heroine, Ontlemetsi, turns 14.